Hello, my littles. Welcome to Mammy's Corner, and I'm Mammy. I just love saying that because I'm your Mammy and I love it. And I miss you. I hope you're all doing well. All right, let's get ready for our affirmations. Are you ready? I am loved. Louder. I am loved. Good job. Now say the next one real loud. I am good. Say it again. I am good. You are good. Now for the last one. Ready? I am kind. One more time. I am kind. Good job. You are good and kind. Now, who loves you? God loves you and Mammy loves you. Don't forget that. All right, my littles. Today, we are still in the Disney Adventure Storybook. Let's find out what story is next. But before you do, make sure you get comfortable in your favorite chair, maybe with your favorite blanket or favorite pillow or favorite person to cuddle up next to as Mammy reads the story. And don't forget to hit that like button because the more likes I get, the more people actually get to see it too. And not to mention it warms Mammy's heart that you love it so much. All right, let's get started and see what story's next. Disney Adventure Stories brings to you Hercules, a true hero. Hercules, slow down! Amphitryon yelled to his teenage son, who was pulling their cart to the market. The donkey had hurt its ankle, and Hercules had volunteered to lead them the rest of the way. The boy had always been unnaturally strong, so the cart didn't seem heavy. In fact, he was so excited about helping that he was actually running. Look out! Amphitryon called again. His son was headed straight for a marble archway that was under construction. Look at that. Because Hercules didn't understand how strong he really was, his attempts to be helpful often turned into disaster. Whoa! Yelled the workmen as Hercules sped through the archway, accidentally knocking them into the air. Hercules came to a screeching halt at the center of the market. He looked over his shoulder at the workmen who were hanging from the archway. Oops, he said sheepishly. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. He's pretty strong, huh, littles? Hercules! Oops. Let me try again. Heads up! A voice yelled suddenly. Hercules looked up and saw a discus flying through the air. I got it, he called. He leaped into the air and caught it, but the force propelled him right into a pillar. Smack! The pillar began to shake. It swayed. It tottered. Then it hit another pillar. In seconds, all the pillars came crashing down like a set of dominoes. The townspeople were furious. That boy is a menace. He's too dangerous to be around normal people, they insisted. Hercules felt horrible. If only he could learn to control his strength. If only he could fit in. That evening, Amphitryon and his wife, Almine, decided to tell Hercules the truth. They weren't his real parents. They discovered him when he was a baby and raised him as their own. Amphitryon handed Hercules a medallion. This was around your neck when we found you, he said. It had a thunderbolt on it, the symbol of the gods. Hercules wanted to know about his past. The next morning he left for the temple of Zeus. He hoped he'd be able to learn whether or not he was related to any of the gods. Once Hercules arrived at the temple, he stood before the giant statue of Zeus. Suddenly, a thunderbolt hit the statue, and a great stone hand reached down and scooped Hercules up. My boy, my little Hercules, Zeus said. Hercules' eyes widened. Zeus, the most powerful of all gods, was his father. Didn't know you had a famous father, did you? Zeus asked. Sadly, Zeus explained that as a baby, Hercules had been stolen and turned into a human. Hercules' super strength was the only godlike quality he still had. If you can prove yourself a true hero on Earth, your godhood will be restored, Zeus told him. Seek out Philoctetes, the trainer of heroes. With that, Zeus gave a whistle, and a winged horse flew into the temple. It was Pegasus, who had been given to Hercules when he was born. Aww. Hercules jumped on his back. I won't let you down, father, he declared. That night, Hercules and Pegasus flew to Philoctetes' home. He was Satyr, half goat, half man. with a reputation for turning ordinary men into extraordinary heroes. I need your help, Hercules said. I want to become a hero, a true hero. Sorry, kid, Philoctetes replied. Can't help you. Why not? Asked Hercules. I'm too old, the satyr told him. But if I don't become a true hero, I'll never be able to rejoin my father, Zeus, said Hercules. Zeus is your father? Philoctetes asked, chuckling. He wasn't convinced at all. Zap! Zeus fired a lightning bolt at him. You win, the satyr told Hercules. Philoctetes, or Phil, as Hercules liked to call him, spent a lot of time training Hercules to become a hero. There are many things Hercules needed to learn. Rule number 6, when rescuing a damsel, always handle with care, instructed Phil. He tied a doll to a stake and set a fire around it. Hercules charged it and safely snatched the doll, then ran across the tree that had fallen over a stream. He had almost made it when he tripped. Splash! The doll fell into the water. Rule number 95, concentrate, Phil coached. He set up a row of targets for Hercules' next lesson. Hercules threw one sword after another, missing all the targets and nearly hitting Phil. Rule number 96, aim, Phil said, annoyed. After many days and a lot of practice, Hercules succeeded with all of his hero lessons. He had grown into a strong, muscular man. Finally, Hercules felt he was ready to test his strength in the real world. He just had to convince Phil. I want to battle some monsters and rescue some damsels, Hercules said. You know, heroic stuff. Eventually, Phil agreed. Okay, you want a road test? Saddle up, kid. We're going to Thebes. It's a good place to start building a reputation. On the way, they heard a cry for help. Following the sound, they found a centaur, half man, half horse, holding a girl in his powerful grip. Now remember, kid, the First analyze the situation, began Phil. Don't just barrel in there without thinking in, but Hercules was already rushing toward the centaur. Using his massive strength, he rammed into the beast's head first. The centaur crashed into a waterfall, then BAM! Hercules sent the creature flying with a forceful punch. His first battle had been a success. Hercules and Phil flew on to the Thebes, a city with a lot of troubles. Hercules asked around, eager for a chance to be a hero, but nobody took him seriously. We need a professional hero, not an amateur, a woman told him. Hercules was frustrated. How am I supposed to prove myself a hero if nobody will give me a chance? He asked Phil. Soon, Hercules heard that 2 boys were trapped in a rock slide just outside of town. He and Pegasus flew toward the boys, eager to save them. Once he got there, Hercules lifted a giant boulder and freed the trapped children. They were safe. Onlookers clapped and cheered. Hercules had saved the day. Yay! There was no time to celebrate, though. A terrible monster called the Hydra was emerging from a nearby cave, and it was hungry. With a massive head and sharp claws, it went after Hercules. Hercules ran left, then right, successfully avoiding the Hydra's attempts to bite him. That's it. Dance around, called Phil from a safer distance. Watch the teeth! Watch the teeth! With a grunt, Hercules flung a huge chunk of rock at the monster. No luck. The Hydra simply crunched it between its enormous teeth. Oh no, that sounds scary. Hercules slashed at the monster with his sword, but when he cut off its head, many more grew back. The more heads he chopped off, the more appeared. Soon there were dozens. Phil, I don't think we covered this one in basic training, Hercules yelled. Then the Hydra trapped Hercules in one of his claws. Hercules slammed his arms against a cliff wall with all his might. Crack! Within seconds, the wall broke apart. Huge boulders tumbled down, killing the monster at once. Yay! Hercules was overjoyed. You did it, kid! Cheered Phil. You won by a landslide! The townspeople rushed over and hoisted Hercules on their shoulders. He was a celebrity. Most important, he was well on his way to becoming a true hero. The end. Well, my littles, did you like that hero movie or story of Hercules? Isn't that cool? I know. Sometimes, man, we get so excited I miss up my words. But I bet you do that too, don't you? But remember, to be a true hero, you've got to be true to yourself, and you've got to be good and kind. So always be good and kind. And always remember, who loves you? God loves you. Who else loves you? Mammy loves you. But Mammy loves you bestest. Huh? Yeah. All right, my littles, have a great day until next time.